Hi, Adam from Simplifying the State here. So, as we talked about last night, there is a kind of a breaking bit of news out of the Middle East. Obviously, there is the Israeli strikes on Iran. So, I am here today to talk about this is a short form video. This is not a regular podcast episode. We wanted to talk about this, but given the time sensitive nature, uh, we wanted to make sure we talked about this, but also wanted to talk about the topic that we covered last night. So if something like this happens, again, we may post short form videos, sort of like this, or really kind of audio with a little snippet of video in it. But yeah. Okay, so before we talk about what happened, let's talk about the kind of history and how we got to this point. Basically, Iran and Israel have been adversaries for a while, largely since the Iranian coup within the 1970s, which replaced the more Western leaning regime with a hardline Islamist regime. So, Israel and Iran have a lot of points of contention, one of which is Iran's nuclear program. Israel has a nuclear program themselves. It's widely regarded and known that they do have nukes, but the Israeli government has never confirmed this. It's believed that they have anywhere between 80 to 400 nuclear warheads. Uh, and so Israel has also sought to prevent Iran from developing its own nuclear warhead program, which it has sought to do for a while. The U.S. has seen it as a key part of foreign policy in the Middle East to ensure a nuclear free Iran. There have been several attempts, including the Iran deal under President Obama and the current nuclear talks under President Trump, to kind of prevent Iran from getting a nuclear warhead. Clearly, Israel did not think that was enough, so last night they took unilateral action to strike Iranian nuclear facilities as well as scientists within the country itself. So, another point of contention why, and one of the reasons there is so much tension between Iran and Israel is because Iran is a big funder of proxies throughout the Middle East, including Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis in Yemen. They've also funded various groups in Iraq and Syria and Lebanon, and so have kind of been funding groups that have been destabilizing the region and who have also been attacking Israeli interests and Israeli forces, as well as U.S. and Western uh, coalition partners within the region as well. An Iranian backed group was behind that attack on a U.S. military base about 2 years ago within Iraq. It might have been 1 year ago. I can't remember the exact timing of that. But they were behind that attack, and this has led to a big large source of contention between the two countries. So basically, what happened last night, like I said, they struck various nuclear sites around the country, including places where centrifuges were housed, which created enriched uranium for their nuclear weapons program. They also attacked facilities where various nuclear scientists were held, along with the former head of Iran's Atomic Energy Organization. They also killed the heads of the Revolutionary Guard and the Army Chief of Staff for Iran's military. They also killed the commander of Qatam Al Anabi Joint Force Headquarters for Iran. So this has certainly been a decapitation strike on the leadership, or at least the top leadership of the Iranian military. They also struck various sites around Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, including ballistic missile testing areas, residential quarters where military personnel are housed, and other places around the country. Iran claimed that they shot down an Israeli jet and detained the pilot. Israel has denied this. So I guess we'll have to wait and see which side is telling the truth here. But kind of looking forward to how this could play out. So, Israel has said they are not done with their operation yet. They said this could take up to 14 days. So, we'll kind of wait and see what else Israel does. Iran, though, has not waited for this to conclude. Today, took action against Israel. They launched, Israel said it was about less than 100 ballistic missiles. Most of them were intercepted mostly by the Israeli Iron Dome missile defense system, which is a system in Israel which comprises medium, short, and long range anti missile countermeasures, including U.S. Patriot missile systems, which are some of the best anti missile defense systems in the world. The Israeli government also said that U.S., Western, and Middle Eastern allies also assisted in the shooting down of Iranian missiles. One did break through, though, and struck a site in Israel. I'm not sure where specifically, but I know it was in Tel Aviv, the former capital of Israel. The new capital is now Jerusalem, but there's some dispute about that. Um, but yeah, kind of looking forward to where this could go. This is definitely the start of an asymmetrical conflict between the two nations. There's no doubt about that. But it's hard to say whether this will devolve into an all out war. I mean, neither country can really invade the other. I mean, if you look at a land map, they're not separated by much land, but in order to invade each other by land, they'd have to go through two nations, which I doubt would want to be used as staging grounds for invasions of the other. So the only two options are sea invasions and air invasions, and neither country possesses the necessary sea lift capabilities or airlift capabilities in order to invade the other, especially given the long distance they would have to travel. Because in order to get from Israel to Iran by sea, you'd have to go through the Mediterranean, down through the Suez Canal, through the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, into the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf in order to get to Iran, and vice versa. Or, I mean, you could go through the Strait of Gibraltar and go all around Africa, but that wouldn't make any sense. And again, like I said, neither possesses the necessary airlift capability, meaning the ability to transport large amounts of military troops and equipment via planes and such. So, I mean, I don't really see an invasion happening of the two nations. Um, the most likely scenario I see is happening is this just kind of the direct strikes kind of slow down and eventually stop, but this continues to fuel tensions in the region, obviously, possibly leading to further Iranian backed proxies conducting attacks against Israel. The Houthis in Yemen most likely would be the most likely people to carry out that. I mean, Hezbollah has not really recovered since. I'm not sure if they've recovered since their conflict with Israel, and Hamas is pretty much preoccupied with the conflict in Gaza. So, I mean, I don't. That's the only big one that I could see uh, Iran going to and kind of directing to attack. In terms of U.S. assets in the Middle East, it's unclear if Iran will choose to strike those. We have a couple sites around the Middle East in Saudi Arabia and Iraq. We have a pretty big military base or a navy base in Bahrain. We could see Iran possibly go after shipping in the Persian Gulf. It's unclear what route they will take. It's possible that Israel is hoping for a regime change as a result of this. The Iranian nuclear program is a big source of national pride for them. So, I mean, if Iran does not strike back hard, it's possible we could see mass uprisings or protests in the streets, possibly a coup from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. I mean, it's not out of the question, but uh, I'm not sure it's very likely given the structure of Iran and how tight a grip they have on power. But I mean, it's possible. I mean, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard definitely has a significant amount of influence and power within Iran. But anyway, so yeah, we'll basically kind of just have to wait and see how this whole thing plays out. But yeah, so stay tuned for our next podcast episode coming next week. Um, Subscribe to this YouTube channel as we will post more quick response uh, things about any breaking news that we think we should talk about if we think you can't wait till the next episode. And yeah, just remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure to turn notifications on so that you receive a notification whenever we upload something here. All right, see you guys next time.